My name is Cigolea. I'm the music teacher at St. John's Kilmarnock School in Breslau, Ontario. And we came here with our jazz band for the third time. Well, this trip was amazing for our students. We got to connect with the wonderful students from the conservatoire, and we got to understand more and experience the wonderful Cuban culture. Their interactions with the other students, I think, made a really, really big impact on our students in terms of their musicianship. It was a really, really great experience, and it was a really nice treat to see them interacting with the other students, play with them, and having all these beautiful activities.
But the most beautiful thing we saw was the interaction among yourselves.
My name is Andrew Craig. I am from Guelph, Ontario, which is in Canada. I am a teacher at St. John's Kilmarnock School in the music department, and I'm here with 10 of our students who are on this Canada-Cuba exchange. I would recommend this program absolutely to students and teachers and administrators in Canada and Ontario, where we are, as a brilliant way to engage in cultural exchange, to improve and ameliorate the teaching methods that we use. There's nothing like immersion. If you want, music is a language, and any language you try to learn, you learn it better when you are completely immersed in it. This has been an immersive experience for our students, and I can't imagine that it would be anything less for any other students in our province and in our country.
Wonderful musicians here to share the stage with us.
I would say that it's valuable for my teaching colleagues back in Canada to bring their students to a place like Cuba, especially if they are music teachers and music educators, because they will not only get a perspective on how music is taught in this country, very, very distinct from how we teach it, but they will have an opportunity to get a sense of how people here in Cuba live their lives and how they make so much with so little, how they will be able to chance to feel the pride and the power and the virtuosity and the discipline and the focus of the Cuban people, which can only have great benefits for their students.
Hi, my name is Carson Lorenson. I'm from Canada, Ontario, and St. John's Kilmarnock School, and I am visiting Cuba on a trip of music and culture. I enjoyed touring the cities and seeing all of the music and culture that goes on in the city. I enjoyed learning a bunch of the traditional Cuban rhythms on several different instruments, and I enjoyed learning a bunch of the dances that were involved with the trip.
Castro decided to create places where people would go in your free time.
So hey, my name is Stephen Davis. I'm 15 and I go to St. John's Kilmarnock School, which is in Breslau, Ontario. I'm here on a music trip with our leader, Dr. Cigolea. We're performing on behalf of I guess I'm performing on behalf of our jazz band, so yeah. I think this experience has really helped me develop as a musician, specifically through developing my improvisational skills. So in Cuba here, they focus a lot on feeling the music and really feeling a pulse and using the notes you know in a scale to improvise and go along with that beat. And I really think that the way they're able to harness their ability to feel the music and how I'm able to transfer that into my own playing has really helped me develop my musical abilities and just to be able to feel jazz and understand the language of jazz better.
This is my fourth or fifth time coming with Canada-Cuba Association, and they're a very, very professional agency. They're taking really good care of us, and they're offering a really, really awesome experience for our students. This program definitely helps the music curriculum at our school. We, as pretty much every school in Ontario, we have the Ontario curriculum. We're also an international baccalaureate school, an IB school, I should say. And, you know, our students are taking music only 2 or 3 hours every week. And by coming here and experience this, the Cuban culture and the Cuban talents would definitely help our students to grow as musicians. It's been a great experience learning all this Afro-Cuban rhythms and having these workshops with the maestro Bobby Carcases and all the other musicians that we have interacted with.
I would say that one of the most important ways that this experience has helped our students become better musicians is because to come to Cuba means to be immersed in rhythm. The rhythm is everywhere. People in Cuba live their lives, and every single moment is infused with this sense of rhythm. Everybody dances at the moment they hear a note of music. And it's such a distinct and foreign thing from the way that these kids are raised in Canada, where music is something that's only done in specific moments, and dancing is even more prescribed. So for them to come to a place where everybody talks, speaks, eats, breathes, drinks rhythm has already helped them to become much stronger rhythmists. We've heard over the course of the last few days how their rhythmic skills are improving the more exposure they get. So that alone is a tremendous benefit. One of the great moments, I believe, for myself and for my students is when we had the opportunity to see the performance and do the workshop with the Afrocuban or African Roots group. This is an exposure that they would not get in Canada, even though we do have some exponents of that musical style and dance style. To be able to be hands-on people who are really at the source of Orisha music, for them to actually bring the students in and have them play the parts and touch the instruments and learn the dances and start to understand about that form of spirituality is really quite amazing. I don't know that they'll be able to process that experience for a very long time.
Yeah, I think it's a great experience. Even if you aren't a musician, it's a great experience to come and see the culture. It's a fun place to be. There's plenty of stuff to see and do that you can't see anywhere else. If you like this video, make sure to like and share, and so other people can see what this experience is all about.
I think that was everything. The Cuban people have been so welcoming, and the way they are able to integrate us Canadians into their culture for this week has been amazing. So give this a like and share this video to your friends so we can promote more multiculturalism. Thank you.